We out here.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, but your block doing some things today.
it is just ass and titties, ass and titties. Yo, did you hear that? That Hoochie Daddy anthem that Bobby Shmurda made?
I ain't listened to it, but I heard it
Bruh,
was a
that's my
banger.
shit. The women not happy about it because it's just a remake of the Hoochie Mama song. And he don't really rap too much. It's really a party song. Like if you gonna get your Wu Tang on or something like that,
Hmm.
it's perfect. But I mean, I can't be mad. Like we finally got an anthem. How long has it been since we had an anthem?
I don't know.
Like a year. Because fucking Drake and Future came out with the Too Sexy Joint. That was the anthem.
Yeah,
That was the anthem.
I guess yeah, that's cool.
It was a vibe.
So I feel like I don't know. I just so my thing I don't like when like people come out with music is they be just remaking the woman songs though.
Mm-hmm.
So like the F and F joint came out, and then you had the F and F joint for like the boys as like I guess a response to it, and then you got the Hoochie Daddies that was just a response to like, or not necessarily a response, but like remake of, you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. No, I feel
So
that.
I feel like
To be fair though, it's been like that. Like women been remaking men's songs for
that's
years.
true.
So
That's true too.
but ain't nothing new.
Yeah, I'm not like a remake person though. I prefer, be original. If you can, if you can. I'm not saying don't sample, but like if you can like make it your own, like add your little spin on it or something like that, that's cool. But the fact that he not even like you said rapping on it is kind of like to take away from it. But I'm gonna listen to it because
It's a
I'm
vibe.
gonna listen to it. I
It's
also
on.
don't have no hoochie daddy shit. Did order
Still,
some? I ordered some, bro. I ordered some. They
bruh,
just
it's
didn't get there
almost
yet.
August. You ain't got no
I
hoochie
know,
daddies yet. You
uh,
gonna miss the wave. You ain't go swimming.
bro. I ain't been on vacation.
Bro, go to a swimming pool.
I ain't been. Where?
There's swimming
I
pools
don't
everywhere. There's
be.
public pools out here.
I don't be at public pools, bro. I'm a little bougie out here.
Better get you a hotel room or something.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't be out here in public pools. Like, it's just not a thing for me.
Nah, I've been to, I can't talk shit. I've been to one pool party all summer. I ain't touched the beach yet. My daughter been asking me to go to the beach all summer.
Yo, you said that. You post that shit like every week. Man,
Every
go.
week and don't go. I don't go to the beach by myself because I hate the beach. So
I don't hate
if
the
I don't
beach
get a
either.
response that make it seem like motherfuckers want to come with us, we're not going because I ain't about to fuck with that sand in her by myself. Like
I don't like saying,
now
bro.
I gotta clean sand off me. I gotta make sure she properly cleans sand off her. I gotta make sure it don't get in my car because then it's there forever.
Sand
It's a
is
chore.
everywhere forever,
It's
bro.
a chore.
Sand
I
get
got
on
sand
your
in my
skin and
car.
that shit just
I
be
got
there.
sand in my
Like,
trunk from 2016. I promise you,
you need a crazy vacuum.
bro.
Detail shop or something. Make sure they get
That
that
shit
next
is
time because that's
crazy.
kind of crazy.
That shit just it lingered,
That's
man.
like 5 years ago, bro.
Yeah,
So long
very long
time.
time.
Nah, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like the beach though. I don't like the beach. I don't like the sand. I don't like the ocean. The shit in the ocean that litter that I feel like we shouldn't be in the ocean because shit litter. Like it just be
It's all tied to the fact that you eat
it's
seafood.
bro. It's we not meant to be down there, yo. Like humans is not meant to do that shit. Like I just think it's crazy. Like
Plot twist: mermaids are real. So
so I believe that too.
you believe that?
I believe that mermaids gotta be real. It. So I think like when it comes to like folklore and stories and stuff like that, all
Mhm.
of that shit had to come from somewhere. You can't tell me that it was just some person who just liked to swim so much that you called that nigga a mermaid.
You don't think
Why
it was
they?
just somebody that had an active imagination that was like, what if a person was half fish or half horse?
It came from something that they seen though. I don't
You
think.
think so?
Yeah. So like even like where it was right. I feel like men and women back in however long had more hair because they needed to, especially like if it was colder
Facts.
weather out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas decided to call these niggas werewolves. It might not have actually been a wolf out here, during the full moon or et cetera, et cetera. All of that stuff might have got twisted, towards like as the story progressed or whatever. But like at some point, like if you go back to like the origin, they might have just been talking about a hairy ass nigga walking in the block. Not
Fair.
nigga per se, but like because white people be hairy as fuck too.
Facts.
But yeah, it could have just been something like that, or like even like vampires could have just been somebody who was like real pale or something like you know what I mean, like somebody who had a skin condition where they only could come out at night. It
They exist. They exist.
yeah, so it don't necessarily gotta be like oh this person's out here sucking blood da 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 or whatever, but maybe somebody spun the story based off of their active imagination came from something that was fact though. So I don't know how real mermaids was or what they could have spent that story off of, given that mermaids don't got feet. Like they got like the fish tail, the fin. But to some extent, I feel like it's truth in all of these stories out here. You just gotta pick and choose what truth you want to walk away with.
Facts. Okay.
But that's
Took
where I'm
that
at with
deep.
it. Yeah,
That deep. Huh?
that's where I'm at. But yeah, you ready to get into it?
I'm ready to get into it.
All right, so welcome to another episode of Car Convos. Shine in your driver's side, mowing your passenger as always. Um, we out here, we back with another episode. Thank y'all for watching. As always, we gonna start off and say, press the buttons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share some shit. Tell your friends, do whatever you gotta do, but let
Let's
niggas
get it
know
done.
that get it done. But yeah, how you feeling? What's going on?
I'm chilling, bro. You know, it's another day in the neighborhood.
Mm.
So, took off today. Thought I was going to a party. Ended up waking up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
You did wake up mad late too. You had a long night.
Dog, I couldn't sleep last night. That was just hot. Like this heat wave shit ain't for me.
Mm.
I don't deal well with that. So I couldn't sleep. So I just up. I've been binging Sons of Anarchy.
Gotcha.
So I was watching that, and then I happened to look at my phone, and it was like 4 in the morning. I was like, oh shit, I should probably go to sleep.
I started Sons of Anarchy at some point in my life, and I just fell off of that joint.
You know what? So I'm not a quitter. So I finish shows because once I start, I'm like, I'm not going to just give up. Like I got to get to the end so I can talk shit.
You be committed.
But Sons of Anarchy was everything that I thought it was going to be, and why I didn't watch it originally. It's racist as shit. Mm-hmm. Like them bikers are racist as fuck. It's a whole lot of spics and niggers and blackies and coloreds and shit going around in that show, and it's just uncomfortable. Literally, I'm in season 4 right now, and there's this storyline where the one of the members of the club found out that he half black, and if the club found out, he probably gonna die. Why is that a thing? This deep into the show. The show's 7 seasons. In season 4, we still don't like black people. Like y'all ain't getting past that yet.
I don't think they're ever going to though.
That
I don't know.
sick.
I don't know if that's the thing. I ain't watched it, so I don't know.
I literally only started watching it because I watched the spinoff, and I like the spinoff because you know it's Mexican, so they can't be that racist because like y'all the ones being persecuted against. So I watched that one because I would understand their oppression, and they started bringing in characters from Sons of Anarchy and like connecting stuff to the original show. So I'm like, well, I want to understand those tie-ins. So I went back to watch it for that, but it's been cringy, man. I mean, the main storyline been solid, but like, okay.
Told you your block been lit today, bro. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Bike lane in long grass like this is weird.
You know, Philly is Philly. You know, bikes is a thing.
But yeah, no. So I watched it to fill in those potholes, and I'm not mad at the watch. You know, it's entertaining, but I just don't. I'm not feeling the racism. That shit's too much.
Got you. I don't like stuff like that either. I don't like stuff that it's hard to watch. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when I'm like getting into a show and I'm like, dang, that's a good show, and they bring up like real like political type conversations or shit like that. I don't know. I'll be having to skip some episodes. Like we gonna come back to it in the future. I gotta do it. I'm like I can't. I thought your girl was back.
Yo.
You interested? See something you like?
I'm not really sure. I'm not sure at all. Oh man,
This is funny.
What about you though? How was your week?
It's been cool. I got to tell you about Bird already, right? I told you about it.
No.
I didn't get to tell you. I ain't see you last week, homie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna start there. That was like 2 weeks ago now, but I started there and then I went through everything. But Blur was cool. I told you I did the nerd shit. I dressed up. I did my Luffy. You seen that?
Yeah, I saw Luffy.
Yeah, it was alright. It was a different feel. It's a bunch of like geeks and nerds out there. It was, I don't know, it was weird, bro. It was weird. It was everything that I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be weirdos. I thought it was gonna be weird people. I thought it was gonna be nerds. I thought the geeks was gonna show. They did. Like I walked in one day, right? I did the I had the Demon Slayer, like one of the like Kashira cloaks. I walked into the con with like Jazz in them, and dude stopped me dressed like Sasuke from Naruto, and was like, "You know how to say water breathing in Japanese?" I said, "No."
Were you concerned?
Cause I'm confused. Like, why would you think that why would? All right, cool. Like, I guess because I'm at an anime convention, it's nerds. You think I'm a nerd. You're a nerd. You're thinking, I'm your people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said no. My homie was like, "Nah, say it for him." Why dude say it? Why he say it? He said it, and he said that on hard, like he was in the anime and everything, like he was fighting a demon.
Hey, yo.
And I was like, I was baffled. I was just taken aback. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like,
Afterwards, he was like, "You newbie."
bro, he might have. And you know what's crazy? The homie that I was with was like, nah, Sean, you gotta say it. And I was like, really, bro? I just side-eyed that nigga like, you gonna do this?
You
like,
really gonna put me on that
this
spot
what you gonna do? So I was like, all right, cool. You know what? This what you wanna do. So I did it. I did it. All right, cool. You know, say what? So, obviously, because I wasn't really paying attention, I said it wrong. Dude corrected me. And said, like, he broke it down into syllables. And so I did it, and we got through it. I did it. But then dude was like, you know how you greet people?
Well,
You say like,
not Japanese class.
bro, it definitely turned into a class. Definitely was like, you know how to greet people? You say like konnichiwa. And these are all things that I already knew.
Konnichiwa is basic. That's basic Japanese.
He was like, if you want to say thank you for the food, it's like this. If you want to say thank you, I think they say like arigato or something like that. And then he was like, if you really want to say like express like your real gratitude, then you say arigato something something something. And I was like, oh, interesting. I'm not gonna hold on to none of this.
I think thank you is double arigato.
I don't know. It was real crazy. But the boy, like when I say got into it, he ran down like a list of words, like literally was saying like sentences. I'm like, dude, this nigga know Japanese, or did he just get this from watching anime?
Bruh.
And I was like, this is crazy.
When you watch enough sub, I mean,
yo,
you read a lot of captions.
I don't hold on to it though. Like if words are like common through, like I said, konnichiwa is a thing. Like I get it, but I don't watch enough to where it's like I'm holding on to stuff like that. But then he said something from another anime, and my homie was like real interested, and I was like, you a geek too, huh? Cause why you like he was real like, and then I was like, this kind of crazy, like he really isn't. But yeah, so I mean that happened. It was cool. There's a lot of people like dressed up as anime characters, obviously. So it was kind of like cool seeing like the creativity between like people. I feel like black people in general were creative, and I just love seeing like them flourish. It's weird seeing people who you would consider weird in everyday life interact with each other, because now you're the weird one.
Yep.
Because you're not that person that they are, So like me being there, and they had like parties. They were like raves though. So they're playing like different types of music. It was like they played some like they always play like twerking songs or all that other stuff. So we covered the basics of the like Negro spirituals, but then they took it to other forms of like music, stuff that I wasn't like really super interested in. But there's a lot of like jumping around and random shit. Niggas was dressed up in cosplay like real life out there breakdancing. I saw Spider-Man breakdancing and shit. There's a lot of shit going on. What else happened? Oh, I did my Luffy, and the day I did my Luffy, people was asking me to take pictures. I was like a celebrity, bro. It was real weird. Like it's the weirdest shit ever. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't do nothing. I felt like it was a regular joint. I wore some.
No, it was a good Luffy shit. It was a good one.
I appreciate that.
I saw a female Luffy too.
Yeah. It was a lot. So the day we got there, when I had like the Demon Slayer joint on, it was probably like I'm gonna say a good like 3 or 4 Luffys. Most of them was girls. Okay. And then the next day I might have saw like 2 other people who did it. But apparently like mine I guess was like top tier, because Brandon was like, you see that? Salute to your Luffy right there. It's a real short dude. I don't know what he did, but he just looked real funny like in his Luffy like, and he was just like walking by, and Brandon was like, look at this, like look, like why he even do this? And I just cracking up because it did look funny. I can't even tell you exactly what happened. It was a real drunk weekend, but nigga was weird. And then some nigga had tapped me on my shoulder when we was like talking. Was like, I like your fit, and I turned around and that nigga had the same fit on. And I just was like, oh, all right, cool. So I had to take a picture with him, but it was weird because I was standing next to like him at points in like the day, and people was like pointing at me like you, and I'm like, me? Like I'm the nigga. Like why you pointing at me? And it's like, can I take your picture? Can I take a picture with you? Like you mind coming over? I'm like, me? And in the meantime, I'm like looking back at other dude, like not him. We get the same lay on, but you want me? Like what's happening? But like I said, it was real weird. It was definitely like one of the like noticeable stuff. Like I didn't expect this to happen, but it's kind of cool being that person. Like y'all accepted me in your community, So that happened.
You're blurred now, bro.
I'm in there. Went to a weird like sex party. No sex happened. It was real weird. We got wristbands that said like green mean like go, like you for the shits. Like yellow was like a I mean I might be for the shits, I might not be for the shits. Red was like a no go, don't touch me. If I want you, I'll come touch you. Some shit. I was fucked up though, and the place that they had it in was like a hotel room or like hotel room connected to like another joint, like a little suite type situation. Way too small. They had way too many people in there. It's mad claustrophobic. I had to step out.
So probably was fucking you just didn't see.
Nah, Jazz and Brandon stayed. Me and Dom slid. So Jazz and Brandon was like, it wasn't nothing that happened. Cause I'd have been mad if I left and then niggas was actually getting busy. Not cause I wanted to get busy, but like it just been interesting. Like I said, seeing like people in this like this is your habitat. This is like this how y'all live. So yeah, but we found out that it wasn't actually no fucking involved. Apparently they was like it was too small. Like there was literally nowhere for niggas to be fucking if they wanted to. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Somebody really sat and planned it. Like yeah, we gonna plan a sex party.
Bro, and they sold tickets. Like it had to be like in this little hotel room. It had to be a good like. I'm gonna say 25, 30 people. Like they did good with like the crowd, but after like conversing, it was stuff that they could have did better. So for instance, like they sold tickets to anybody. It wasn't like we gonna make sure that the people come in and we gonna vet them to make sure they're attractive. Okay. It was literally just anybody in there, John. You know what I'm saying? Like it was weird. So
inclusive, okay.
Yeah, which was kind of cool because like you know you want to be inclusive because you know everybody got different types. But when I say nobody was there that I would have even touched. It was just like, they not for me. And then talking to a couple of the other homies, they said the same thing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just me being picky or me being mean. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Shorties wasn't like tier. Also females. Like females, I talked to, you know, Jazz and Dom about it and they said the same thing. Like, there's like none of these niggas in here, like, like they was all like, they cool, they look alright, but nah. Like they not, you know. So I don't know what the vetting process could be to like get people in there and get people actually like interested in like doing whatever. But it I don't know, it just gotta be more. It gotta be more. But only thing other than that was notable was went to this kebab spot. Bro, I gotta show you all my phone up there. I ain't got the this recording. Went to this kebab place, bro. It's called I think it's Kebab Palace. We get in there, it's the hood completely. It's like going to like a bodega, poppy store, whatever, right? It's the hood completely. They calling orders out on some type of speaker system. Niggas is like line is like a gel type joint. I don't know. It was real crazy, right? It was crazy. Like we was in there. So we was in that joint. Brandon was like, "Yo, this shit hood as fuck. I gotta step out." Like yeah, I don't know. Like this is crazy. Right. So we all followed him. We stepped out. He was like, I don't know. Like I was like, you want me to go get your food for you? He was like, I mean, you want to try that joint over there? Literally directly next to this store. It's another place that sells like kebabs and stuff. In the window says award-winning kebabs. Go in that joint. We looking at the menu. They got like chicken, shawarma, and all this other stuff. It was like halal food or whatever. While we in there, I don't see no kebabs on the menu. So I goes up to the register. I'm like, yo, I want kebabs. Y'all got them joints? Bull pointed to the other stores like, nah, they sell them over there. So I was like, why y'all got the sign in y'all window that say kebabs? On both sides though. On one side it say like all day buffet kebab da da da. Right. On the other side it say award-winning kebabs. So why y'all got this the sign in the store on like the front of the store if y'all don't have them? He was like, huh? So I turned around and I'm just like, I'm baffled. Why I gotta ask this, bro? Why do I gotta ask this? Is this not your cookout with no food? Yo. All over again? Yo. Y'all got a sign in the store that say we sell kebabs. We got award. Not only do we sell kebabs, but we got award-winning kebabs. Who tasted it for them to know that this shit was award-winning? Because y'all ain't got them.
That's crazy.
Bro, I was mad. I was mad. It's cool. We ended up going to Kebab Palace. We got the food. It was alright. Actually, it was it. It was like real popping. So I'm glad we didn't get the like award-winning joints. But yeah. So the weekend was kind of cool. I was inducted into the Blurred Society. So yeah, we was out here. It was a good job. Other than that, the only thing I've been doing is eating because July birthdays is crazy in my family. So I've been going out early. I've been out, I want to say every day for like the past like week because niggas like to eat apparently. Like that's the way that we celebrate. And July birthdays is a thing. I know, and it's not over because mine's still here. And I still got other ones like next week. It's crazy. I'm tired of July. I'm ready to go. And normally I don't gotta partake because I ain't here. I'll be on vacation. But I decided to stay home one year, and I'm putting out more money than I would if I was away. Like, it's real crazy. So here we are.
Yeah, I was a bit shocked you wasn't traveling with Shy.
Bro, she wanted to go away for like 3 fucking weeks in
Right.
July because it's her 30th.
Yo,
And I'm like,
I was like, God damn, she is rich as shit.
Yeah, she wanted to go away for 3 weeks. I ain't got it. And the way her schedule work, I think she do like 1 week on, 1 week off. Like it rotate like that.
COVID been gone. I mean, it's not gone.
Well, it's the way the job is. So I think that's just like her schedule, regardless.
Normally,
Yeah. So she like, but the hours that she put in, like the weeks that she worked, might be like an 80-hour week, and then the next week she like off or some shit like that.
Or, I need your job, bro. Put me on.
I don't know. I could be lying.
Put me on.
But I think that's how it works. It's some shit like that. So basically, like what the way the schedule worked is she was able to take off or finagle the system to where as though like she could leave for a couple of days, 1 week, come back, leave again the next week because she'd be off, and then the following week take off a couple of days and get like a good like 4 or 5 days in. But she wanted to go away for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, bro, like I'm not gonna be able to do that. So yeah, we ain't really talk about it though, cause she was trying to go mad places, and I ain't get a chance to like figure out like where she was trying to go. So
I just looked up and she was in like Rome, I think.
She's in Paris. Yeah, she went to Paris. I think she in Turks and Caicos right now, and I still don't know where the third place at, cause I ain't get a chance to talk to her.
Just rich.
Niggas is not rich. What you mean?
Just rich.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, when I get my checks, I'm about to be Izzy. Like, I'm about to be out. Cause
we're gonna be recording on Zoom calls. Cause I don't know how we gonna make it.
We're gonna find a way, bro. We're gonna have to. So the plan is, this is my plan.
Okay.
Right. Cause I'm gonna be getting paid every week for a time, which I'm cool with. But I think I'm gonna do a lot of like weekend type Jones. So, excuse me. You don't have to worry about it because I'm gonna be doing the weekend Jones. We can always like link during the week to do the recordings. Apparently they got like a busy time. I don't know what the busy time is, but when I figure that out, then I'll know when I can and can't slide. But the second we out of the busy time, I need a week off.
The second we out of the busy time, give me a week.
I'm going. Like, I worked my hardest this time. Like, then we out, I'm sliding. So at that point, I'm traveling. I'm going. You're invited. You can come out.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. I hear you. Money bag. Oh, I hear blowing bags and shit on something.
We still poor over here, so we go see.
Oh my God. I hear you, bro. You don't be poor. You trying to tell us anything. But to catch up on current events, Sesame Place is going through their shit.
Yo, that shit wow. I believe it at first. I didn't go to my daughter loves Sesame Place. Like she wanted last year she went to Sesame Place like 3 times in the summer. So that's her spot. Now she didn't bring it up this year, which thankfully because I wasn't trying to go. But
gotcha. So
when I first saw the report, and for y'all that don't know, Sesame Place had, or not Sesame Place, but the person who plays the character of Zolita at Sesame Place, that's the one that looked like Zoe but like on drugs. She's been accused.
She from Kansas City?
Yeah, she definitely looked like she be a kid. She's been accused of discrimination of black kids. There was a video that surfaced that showcased her, doing the normal parade line, hugging a bunch of kids, and when she got to these 2 black kids, she pretty much signaled no, waved them off, and kept walking by them. Right after that video, or shortly after that video was posted, Sesame Place released a statement basically saying, hey, it's not what you guys think. She didn't see them. She was signaling to another kid whose parent was asking for her to take a picture with them, and they're not allowed to do that. Or hold them and take a picture, not just take the picture. So they released that statement. Black people immediately went on that statement and called bullshit, and that's when the floodgates opened, because since then there have been at least 6 new videos that have surfaced, as well as a collage of videos that showcase multiple Sesame Place characters shunning black kids and ignoring black kids, and it is disappointing. I am very torn on the subject. Not torn in the way like I support anything that Sesame Place is doing, but torn in that I know how, editing can make things seem. So in some of those videos, they were cut short so you can't really see the full detail of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas others, you can clearly see the full thing, and it is disturbing. Does deserve a response, but it's fucked up, and I'm eager to see what happens. You know, eager to see how Sesame Place recovers. But I also want to speak to um, black people and just being a united front because that seems to be a big thing here as well.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that y'all have taken your kids to Sesame Place and didn't have this experience, but you cannot just blow off somebody else's experience because it didn't happen to you, especially someone who is of the same skin color as you, who's of the same race or creed as you. You need to be supportive. If they are asking for you to boycott, just boycott. It's not hurting you. There are other amusement parks you can attend. There are other places that your child will enjoy that you can attend. Um, but just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean that it cannot happen to you. And you supporting that does not show that united front. And then they're allowed to keep doing the same things over and over. And then eventually it does happen to you. And then you're going to be in that predicament that this parent is in, asking for support from people when last week or last month or last year somebody said the same exact thing and you ignored it. So just support your people, man. If you see the videos, and it's not just one video, if you see a situation where there's 6 videos out here and they all have different images of these characters doing some racist shit, just don't support. Just be like, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna chill off that until I see what else is going on. Don't just be out here like, oh well, that's on you. I'm still gonna go. That's corny as shit, dog.
Yeah, and that's what people be doing. That's stupid as fuck. But I definitely want to ask you your opinion on that because, I mean, you're a dad. So, I know that you've been, I know that you go. I don't go there. I already don't support, so I don't really have anything to like.
So I love Sesame Place. Because I don't like amusement parks at all. But Sesame Place is bare minimum amusement park. Like, it's, it's a couple shit for kids to run through, so I ain't got to do that because I'm already too big. The water park area is popping. It's large enough that like it don't be a lot of people in my way, but small enough that I ain't really got to be in too much water. I get splashed a couple times and I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
I mean, you're not worried to do it anyway, right?
I'm not an amusement park dude at all.
Gotcha.
Water parks I don't mind. I just don't like the smell of chlorine. My
yeah. That makes
terrible.
sense. Yeah.
But I'm so back, huh? But yeah.
Oh, that is
so.
I'm like, who we talking about? But, somebody just took our spot. I got you.
But I'm not one of them dudes at all. So, I mean, Sesame Place works for me because it's smaller. It don't smell like straight chlorine the whole time you in it. Like it smells like water. And it's chilling. It's clean because it's a kid's place. They're not finna have it all dirty.
Gotcha.
But hearing this is disturbing because now we ain't going. So.
Oh, he just lost a customer. He went 3 times last year,
too.
The
internet told me it's all clear.
That's kind of
crazy. No smoke.
I don't know. Cancel culture kind of weird, though, because people be like, cancel for like 5 minutes, and they be like, oh, I'm sorry, and they be like, okay, cool.
But the reason why it's like that is because of people not being able to be consistent. Like, if you hear that something bad has happened and everybody's saying, you know what, take a break from it, I get having your own opinion and formulating your own opinion. Mm-hmm. But if all the facts are there that this is a thing, just take a break from it. Like, you don't have to, it's not wave riot and it's not, anything like that. It's just giving things time to develop, giving yourself time to really find out the facts, what's going on, allowing both sides to speak their truth, and you come into a conclusion from there. But if somebody comes out and says, well, this happened, and you say, oh, well, that's on you, I'm doing what I want, that's crazy. Because it could be you next. It's not like, this ain't a white situation, right? Like, this not a situation where it's white people saying it, because then fuck them. They could do what they got to do. And that's not me being racist towards white people, but that don't have what happens to y'all don't have no effect on my people. But
True.
If it's happening to, little brown boys and little brown girls that look like your child or look like you when you were a child, that's something to take seriously because it could be them. Because for all you know, next time you go to Sesame Place and you in the parade line and your kid want to hug, they electric slide and pass your kid. And then you're going to be upset with a video trying to go viral. So, yeah, I mean, you can't just approach these videos and stuff with this, selfishness because it doesn't just affect them. It didn't just happen to them. It's happening to multiple people.
So this is Mo calling y'all niggas for solidarity. I think I said it right.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So that's that. And do you know they trying to sue too? The parents are suing for like the emotional. Like,
Of course they're trying to sue.
yeah.
That
So,
part I'm not a fan of. That ain't shit.
they
Come on,
said
man. Them kids not gonna remember that they went to Sesame Place and got shunned by the characters next year.
apparently it was
So you're about to
traumatizing.
beat this into their head so that they can pretend that they were traumatized
Hmm.
by not getting a hug from Zolita. Like, first off, nobody knew who Zolita was. Nobody. We didn't learn her name until last week.
Nah, because she's from Kensington, and who knows some people.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, nobody was worried about Zolita at all. But now all of a sudden, now y'all concerned about Zolita and y'all want to check because Zolita wasn't giving out hugs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Niggas saw a cash grab, and that's just that.
So I want to say that too, right? So that's another thing. The fact that they're going to beat it into their kids' heads means that they are 9 times out of 10 going to traumatize their own children, because they're going to make them think that these people didn't want them because of their skin complexion, et cetera, right? So that's another thing you got to think about as parents is don't, you going to go help her?
Oh, shit.
What was it? But yeah, don't traumatize your kids trying to get the check, because you can't call that somebody traumatized them if you still traumatizing them. Like two wrongs don't make a right, basically. You know what I mean? So you can't do that. You gotta go with the better welfare for your child, because at this point they are gonna be traumatized and they're gonna be scarred and they're gonna remember this because you're making a big deal out of it. So yeah.
1,000%. Like, this is dumb. I want to know if they were approached by a lawyer or if they all came together and went to a lawyer, because this is crazy. You go sue because a character didn't say hi to your child. Like, it's a big deal in that moment, but it's not like I need a check deal. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think
If there's even a chance they win this case, I'm gonna be in shock. Cause no, what? It ain't nothing in their documentation that says that their characters have to hug children. But
bro, it's a lot of kids too. Like, I mean,
the discrimination aspect of it, all right, cool, but like, that's not worthy of a settlement. Like,
yeah, nah.
they probably gonna get it done. Now that I think about it, it's crazy.
Yeah, because Sesame Street gonna be like, all right, shut him up, shut them all up. But
black people find a way to get to a bag.
if it's one thing about us, we gonna get to that money. But
let's bet on how much money goes to them kids.
how much you want to put on air? What you thinking?
I honestly don't believe them parents will put away anything for the kids. They'll probably buy
Oh nah,
some
they
shit.
going yeah. They gonna get the
They'll
money. They
probably buy
definitely
some
gonna pocket
shit.
a lot of it.
But they ain't finna start no college funds out here.
Absolutely
Let's
not.
not pretend like they gonna use that money to set up a future for their kid.
So you think a couple toys?
Nah, they'll probably take some trips. I think they'll give them some experiences. I believe, but they ain't finna do nothing crazy.
I got you. It's probably not gonna be a crazy amount of money either, though.
The biggest thing they probably will do that they'll say is for the kids is they'll buy a house.
Yeah, because everybody benefit technically.
Yeah, they'll buy a house, but in terms of directly for the kid, I don't think they're gonna do a thing. Maybe buy some clothes,
parents be lying.
food,
you ever get money for Christmas? Your mom take your Christmas money and shit. And like, I'ma just hold on to it. Like, parents be lying. We gonna go get this lawsuit. We gonna get this money. I'ma just hold on to it for you. We gonna buy this house for you. You benefit. You know, you get a bigger room. You happy? Like,
nah, because at a certain age, that room ain't yours no more. Now it's get the fuck out. I want to turn that to my office.
Yeah, and for most black people, it's 18, right?
Right.
Like, I don't want this. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. But all right, I'm all Sesame Place, Sesame Street, whatever it is. I had posted the other day and asked a question because I seen it, and it was a meme that said, if I gotta pay a bill or give you money in order to fuck with you, then you're a prostitute. And I got a lot of feedback, but how you feel, bro? You feel like that woman is she a sex worker at this point?
Yes.
Short answer. I mean, I feel the same. I feel the same if that's your sole reason, right? If that's your sole reason, if I'm asking you, can I see you? I want to spend time with you. I want to get to know you, et cetera, et cetera. Like, I'm trying to advance so that, you know, we can see what we can make of this. And your sole reason of saying yeah is you're trying to get a bag out of me, not necessarily that you want any of this back. Or if you were curving me until I said, you know what, how about I give you this $200, $300, $400, and then you was like, we can go to dinner. Definitely a sex worker, definitely a prostitute. But like, if I'm dating you, then that's completely different. Like if you require a date for, that's different. But that's not necessarily me giving you money, and I'm okay with it because I'm taking you out. It's an experience now. And not only if I'm giving you money, I can't say what you do with this. You know what I mean? Like I'm not enjoying this. Like I'm giving you the bread, you walking away with it. That's just you pocketed it.
Facts.
But if I am taking you out on a date, it's something for both of us. Like we're going on this date, we're both watching a movie, we're both eating, we're enjoying each other's time. Like so, yeah, in a sense, I put money out, but did I specifically give you the money? And I feel like that's a big difference. And I think the crazy thing is a lot of girls is like, well, what are you if you giving that for free? And I'm like, but what are you getting? Like the dude is saying he wants to fuck with you, he's not actually fucking with you. But people looked at it and they were just like, well, if they fucking each other, he should be doing this, and if they fucking, he should be doing that. And I'm like, I'm trying to fuck with you.
The issue is that whenever you start bringing up interactions between men and women, they somehow always point to sex. They always get to sex. It goes two ways. It goes sex and money, right? And what needs to happen is we need to remove all of that from interactions with people and just have interactions. Like, I'm not saying you gotta stop fucking that nigga, but you ain't gotta bring it up as as though sex is the negotiable in the situation. Well, we need to stop bringing up money as a intangible in the situation as well. People are meant to interact to get to know one another and like one another. None of those other two things are supposed to necessarily be a part of that. Your interaction is supposed to be on a mental level and an emotional level. It's not supposed to be on a financial level. It's not supposed to be on a physical level. But every time you have a conversation, it goes there, and it's so tiring because it don't have to.
I agree. And I don't know. I be feeling like if you want to fuck these motherfuckers, fuck them. Like, if you want to fuck this nigga, fuck that nigga. Like, why do you have to tie your pussy to like the dollar? Like, I don't know.
It's this whole like new, your know your worth, and people take it so literally that they think like the worth is legit a dollar amount. Because at the same time is money. Like I'm investing time in you. You're not paying me shit. So I gotta pay you for your time, but I'm also giving you my time. So why is my time free but your time valuable?
Sure.
Like it don't make sense. That whole concept is dumb.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I do think, I don't know. You gotta let that go. Like I said, if you want to fuck these people, just fuck them. Now, I also again understand like if you have requirements, right? Because at the end of the day, like if I'm dating somebody, I'm dating to get to know you. Right. So if I wanted to fuck you and you wanted to fuck me, we can fuck. We can still get to know each other. I'm not really worried about all the extra that I'm putting out because the thing that I'm worried about is getting to know you.
Right.
But if all you're worried about is, your bread at the end of it because you spending your time with me, then I don't know. You're not even somebody I want to get to know. Like, that's kind of crazy that there's even a conversation or that men feel like I gotta give in order to, get ahead with you, or that you feel like you gotta receive in order to even want to, talk to me. Because why? Why? Like, who are you?
It's a wild time, man. Everything is financial.
Right.
Everything is financial, and it's dumb because it shouldn't be, and it just makes everything harder because we're at a point where, it almost feels like relationships are a thing of the past, and finding your person is a thing of the past because everybody is so focused on what the fuck. Everybody is so focused. Everybody's so focused on what that person brings to me financially and what they bring to me, sexually, and what they bring to me. The emotional and mental side of it don't really count as much. Like, women are willing to put themselves through the worst emotional shit on the planet as long as he's good to her sexually and financially. And that's weird. And men are willing to put themselves through the most ridiculous physical situations. Not to say that all women are abusive, but they're willing to take on that shit if she's good sexually and takes care of him emotionally, I guess, because she she takes care of the house and make sure that shit is off the table. But I mean, it's crazy that we just don't prioritize the right things when we're looking for people. And because of that, we go looking for situations rather than partnerships, and finding that person that we can build with. We rather cut out all the extra shit and just give money and fuck every now and then because it's easier than being a grown up and dealing with the full scale and working through emotions with somebody and understanding how the mental state works and shit like that. So it's all weird. It's real weird,
bro. And the crazy thing is some of these people don't even be crazy, and I think that like we got to a point where we started making negative cool, so like toxic. So people all here and they doing this toxic stuff and they want to be toxic and they want to be like it's a competition on who could be the most toxic, and it's like no, like you're not even like this. Not even you.
I like some toxic shit, but
see, you were part of the problem.
This should be fun sometimes. It's a little razzle dazzle in the situation, but you gotta also be willing to be grown up. Like I may like some toxic, but one thing that anybody that's ever really gotten to know me can say is that I communicate very well, and I'm big on that. I want to talk about everything, good or bad. I mean, we're not going to agree. You probably never going to agree with me because I always think I'm right. So you ain't got much win here, but I'm willing to talk about it, and I'm going to tell you how I feel. You're welcome to tell me how you feel. All that needs to happen is you need to be willing to accept how I feel and process that. I have to be willing to accept how you feel and process that, and we figure out where we go forward from there. If we can't do that, then we can't do nothing. So that's all it comes down to is being able to communicate properly. And I think a lot of the times people have trouble with that. Not a lot of times, all the time people have trouble with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I feel like we're gonna have to do a segment at some point in the future about the most overused words of like the year, because toxic definitely was one of them. I can't think of none off the top of my head right now. No other ones. But I definitely feel like it's a bunch of like negative words that people be fighting to be, and I'm just like, why do y'all want to be this so bad? Yeah, I feel like toxic behavior, I guess, could be fun, sometimes. But I also think it depends on how toxic, right? Because if I come outside and my wheels are like,
bruh,
like fucked up, or
shit.
you break my windows, or you know what I'm saying, you want to throw the PlayStation in the tub because you think this is funny, that's not funny. Like, are you replacing any of this shit? Because if I got to, then we got a problem. You know what I mean? So some of this shit, I guess, could be fun. Haha, you wanted to make me a little jealous. I get it, but nah, like don't don't be out here breaking my merchandise. Because now we gotta fight, and I don't want to fight girls. I don't feel like I should be out here fighting girls
at all.
But,
I ain't got no time for that case.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But you had a similar question, right? That kind of led to the money too.
Yeah. So I saw a post on Instagram that was like the crazy. All right, so it didn't have nothing to do with nothing, but the post was like, ladies on the first date, are you letting him pick you up or you meet him at the restaurant? I ain't care about that because we know the age we live in. Oh, she got wedgie. We know the age we live in.
What was it? Everybody ass today, bro. Nobody is safe.
This block is lit. Y'all wish y'all were here because it's popping out here. Anyway, but I ain't give a fuck about the question because, like, we know the age we live in. We know that motherfuckers is crazy. So no, I get women not wanting niggas to come to their house. Like, I get that. So I posed the question because I wanted to see how it was going to get people thinking. So my question was, ladies, are you offering him gas money after the first date, or if he don't have his own gas money, he broke? And literally every chick, every single one said he's broke. And like, I get it. I get why they would say that. For some reason, it's instilled in the mind that, like, if you don't have it, you're broke. But for me, the thought I was trying to get in their heads, because I had individual conversations with each and every one of them. The thought I was trying to get across was I wanted people to really stop and think, right? So for a first date, first off, the idea of courting and dating is in my opinion, dated now. The reason why I believe it's dated is because when courting originally started, the men were attempting to show they were worthy of the woman.
Gotcha.
And now I feel like it's more of a balanced scale because y'all do just as much as we do. You know what I mean? So we need to figure out if we're worthy of each other. It's not one. Is one more worth? Is one? Are you worthy? Am I worthy of you? But
Mm.
then later on down the line, I gotta find out if you're worthy of me. Because now I didn't put in all this time showing you that I'm this person, and then in that time, I'm later on down the line, I find out you're not the person I thought you were. Now we're separated, and I didn't give all this time. We should be courting each other.
I feel that.
So the thought process I wanted to give was, all right, this guy, he does all this sweet shit. He gotta for a date. He has to plan it out. He has to have his friends together. He has to buy you flowers because women love flowers on dates and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has to take you out, plan something that is going to blow you away. Do all this, and then at the end of the night, that's that. They made it. The women in that post made it clear that you know it shouldn't be dependent upon pussy or anything like that. So we're eliminating all of that.
Gotcha.
So the idea of gas at the end of the first date is like, are women thoughtful? And why are they not thoughtful initially in the beginning, right? So we men have to be thoughtful. The flowers thing is being thoughtful because you have to think, oh, she'll like this if I got this. If you buy a gift for the first date, oh, she'll like this. And when you plan the first date, oh, let's plan something that I know she would like. Let me plan to take her to a restaurant I know she's going to enjoy.
Right.
Everything is planned around what she's going to like. That's us being thoughtful. And I'm like, women aren't thoughtful on the first date. They're not thoughtful until well into it. So why are we not being thoughtful on the first date? So my mind was, let's see if they offer gas, because in my mind that would be a thoughtful gesture. They don't have to actually pay for it, because I don't know any men that's gonna be like, yeah, I do need gas. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, because I ain't even asking.
yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, let's ask and see if they do anything like that. And all the responses I got from women were like, oh, I'm thoughtful when I go and I get my nails and my hair done, and I get my feet done for this date, or if I go get a wax. And that's cute, I guess. But like, we have to stop believing that self-maintenance is being thoughtful, because that's only being thoughtful of yourself.
Right.
I'm not responsible for your upkeep until we're in a relationship or we're married. Like, your upkeep is your expense. So that's not being thoughtful of me. That's you wanting to look like something when you're out with me. That's you being thoughtful of yourself, because you only embarrassing you. Even if you come out with me looking like shit, if I'm looking good, they gonna be like, well, shit, what's wrong with her?
I agree.
You
Why
feel
he
me?
with her?
So I was like, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, that's not me. That's you. That's just you doing something for yourself. What are you doing for this man to show him that you're appreciative of what he's doing for you in this moment? Not down the line, but in this very moment right here. What are you doing? And nobody had nothing for me. Not one person.
That's an interesting take, bro. Because I never even thought about that. I never thought about other shit that I wasn't getting when I was growing up. Like,
because for us, like, we go in and we're like, all right, if it's good, we're gonna build around this. So we're gonna get some pussy down the line, either on the first date or later on. We not all of us are really pressed about getting it immediately, but we're gonna get it down the line. But that's not the end all. Like, I do have to be thoughtful when I'm doing this. I can't just, but like, on the first date, where I like to eat. Oh shit, I'm gonna take her to. I don't know what restaurants I go to. They're expensive. They don't really count. I'm not just.
money
well,
tag,
I'm
all the
gonna
restaurants I go to be expensive. I damn count.
I'm gonna take her to
Out here.
Longhorn because Longhorn got steak and I like steak. And then, or what else I like? I like to play video games. So we're gonna go to Dave and Buster's. Like, that's all about me, right? But when men play dates, it's not like that. At least most of us, we try to play in something that we know they like. Women like food, so yeah, we're gonna take you to a restaurant, but we're gonna do more than just like pick a bottom shelf restaurant. We're gonna pick something that we think you're gonna enjoy. Same thing with the activity. Like, it's always planned around something that we think you're going to like, and that's just how dates are set up. Like, it's meant for the male to be thoughtful, and I feel like women should bring more to the first date than just getting pretty, coming out, and costing money.
That's understandable.
I feel like it should be balanced. Because I'm not even saying, spending the money is a burden, but it is a thing. Like, I'm giving you my time and my money at this point, and all you're returning is time, maybe attention, depending on the type of chick you are. Because some chicks go on dates and they can't stay out their phone. So,
that's true. So.
yeah, I mean, you're on that first date, and I feel like we can work better at being more balanced as a people, and women can bring more to the table. Am I saying that y'all got to offer gas? Nah, because that was just a random thing that popped in my mind when I saw that question. But there are things you could bring to the first date that would be more thoughtful than just showing up looking cute.
All right, so on our first date, if they showed up but they asked, they was like, you want me to take care of it,
Take care of
the bill, like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
No,
That's not thoughtful enough to you?
That is thoughtful. That offer is thoughtful.
Okay.
And
I know you're not going to take it.
Right.
But
and
like,
that's the key. It's just thoughtful and like asking.
Got you.
You ain't got to have no intention on actually paying it. And if that nigga say, yeah, wow. Right. Like,
yo, can you imagine that? Like,
Yo.
damn, I ain't think you was gonna say it. That's like asking somebody, yo, you want a piece of this food? And they be like, yeah, you be mad, like, damn, I ain't really want to share, but I just consider it.
Hopefully you got enough to cover it if they do say yeah, because that's putting you in the weird spot. But yeah, nah, like that is still thoughtful. Like,
I'll fuck around and touch the order next time. Be like, yeah, make her pay that shit, cash up her. Like, cash up when we get to the car. It's like, no, I got you. I just wanted to see if you was going to do it.
That's a real shit. That's a real test right there.
Bro, that's crazy. Like,
but I want to see more of that. I want to see more women offering earlier than the second, third, fourth, fifth date. Because I got a lot of that. Some people skip straight to the third through fifth date. Is when they start being like thoughtful and doing little shit and offering to pay. One girl did say that she bring weed to every date, and I said that is welcome. That's a welcome addition, and you know we'll allow it. It's not really thoughtful because you brought it for yourself, but you do intend to share, and that's you know the intent to share.
Yeah,
the intent to share is thoughtful. But yeah, I mean, I want to see women try harder to be more thoughtful.
All right, so let me ask you a question, right? So we know the parts of the date that men have to be thoughtful for, but you got gas money, you got the offer to paying bills, you got, you know, maybe weed if she know you smoke. What are some other things that you would like to, like, what are some things that you would consider being thoughtful? Just to get them some ideas, because, again, if this is a new, like, if this is a new era, if this is a new trend, maybe they not going to know, you know what I mean? Maybe the next time they go out, they take heed to your words and be like, well, I wonder what could be considered thoughtful. She got to buy you flowers? Like, what she got to do for you?
I mean, you could buy me roses, baby. I like flowers.
What kind of roses, bro?
I like
regular red
Jones.
Jones?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna cut them tips and put them in the vase and send them into water. Next time you see them, they're gonna be blossoming. Nah, I'm playing. I mean, I know how to take care of flowers, but that's because I buy all my ladies flowers. But now it's just knowing your partner, right? So for me, I can't give y'all my date tips on here because
bro, you can give it to them. That's what we here for.
No, niggas gonna show up in my spots, and I don't want to see nobody at my spots when I'm there.
But cool. I get that.
I like alcohol, or not just alcohol, but I like. Well, no, I like alcohol. That was the general. I don't know why I said that. So like, I tell everybody that I'm not an alcoholic. I don't get drunk and trashed, but I enjoy the process and concept of making alcohol. So for me, a thoughtful gesture is, you know, I talk about the first date, and you know, I pull up the shorty crib, and she come out, and she's like, "Oh, I bought you a bottle." Damn.
What kind of bottle? Can it be like the little flip one, or gotta be like?
I don't need size. Don't matter. It's any
of it.
Right. It's the thought.
Gotcha.
Now, if you want to take it a step further, and you just want to show how thoughtful you are, if it's a first date, for me, bring a bottle of wine, because I'm like, yo, this is all in. Because like, I mean, when I go out on dates or otherwise, my first drink at dinner is going to be a cocktail. It's going to be like an old fashioned or something. Because that's just the starter for the night. You know, I got to get my shit going. But when the entree comes out, I'm ordering a glass of wine. So if you buy the bottle and you just so happen to buy a good bottle, not good as in like, you know, value, but good like you happen to buy a bottle that pairs well with what I was going to drink that night anyway, you made my night a lot easier, because now, you know, I don't even gotta go to the restaurant and pick through the list. I just give me a glass or a bottle of this. So I mean, for me, that's being thoughtful. You know, buy a gift to go along, that goes along with the date, not a gift of like, you know, buying them something like, I don't know, you ain't gotta bring no socks to the date or something like that, but like, you know, something that fits into the night that we can both use. That bottle of wine, it don't gotta just be for me. It's something that we both like. So, matter of fact, I take it back. It don't gotta be a wine that you think I like. Bring a wine that you like, that you want to share with me.
Gotcha. I understand.
I'm cool with that.
I feel that. I can appreciate that. I be telling my female friends all the time, and this is just me, that anytime you go out with somebody, you're on an interview too. Like, y'all interviewing each other. So, yes, he has to be thoughtful in the sense of like this dating situation and doing things that you like, and you know, obviously like paying the bill, especially if it's the first date, or not asking for gas money, because I'm saying that would be crazy. But at the end of the day, like, you got to give energy back. Like, you have to give it back. Don't be on your phone all the time. Like, listen to what you talk about, engage in a conversation. Like, it's an interview. Like, he has to like you at the end of the night, just like you have to like him. And if he doesn't like you, he might be willing to try again. But it's a possibility that you might turn him off somewhere through the night, and it's like, nah, I don't even want to try this again. And then you're getting ghosted, and you don't understand why. So I tell everybody, it's an interview. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are interviewing each other, and so I think this is a good tip or addition to, I guess that kind of like lesson or conversation. Because at the end of the day, like, I ain't never getting none of that either. So if you do show up with a bottle or something like that, I might be, taken aback.
Yeah.
I might be like, oh, she changing the game. That's the same thing as Shorty ordering the fucking wings and fries and shit at the bar. It's just something like, I don't see.
That shit is thoughtful. Like, it's just considering what that man might like or want. Like, doing that shit earlier on, it matters. Like, and y'all probably going to try to drag me and shit. Oh, these niggas want to be bitches. They want to be courted like women and this, that, and the third. First and foremost, fuck you and anybody that love you. Let's start there. But that's not really the point. The point is that we are all human. We all enjoy things, and we all are in for the same experience, right? It shouldn't be balanced one way and not the other. The same way that we are capable of courting women and having you fall in love with us, y'all should be courting us and making us fall in love with you. Like, it shouldn't. It always starts off with this. It always starts off.
A lot of stuff happening today. I don't know, bro. We're going to have to go to a studio or something, because
you don't understand. I looked to my left thinking that window was going to come down. I was like, what? I lost my train of thought. But we're courting each other here. So, I mean, the experience should be balanced, and it shouldn't be you got to fall in love with me first, and then, you'll fall, and then, no, I'm sorry, I got to fall in love with you first, and then you'll fall in love with me. It can happen together. It can happen at the same time. But the only way it's going to happen at the same time is if you step out of your comfort zone and you do shit differently. So for all you motherfuckers trying to find love, just approach it differently.
Be creative. Y'all don't want niggas to do the same thing that other niggas be doing, right? Because y'all be like, every nigga in your DMs with the same lines, and every nigga want to go to the same places. And all these niggas want to pull up and smoke and just chill and all of this other. Well, do different than exactly. Like, what do you do for your niggas when y'all do go out? Like, and obviously y'all going out, so I'm hoping that you're going out with somebody who you fucking with, or you did have a decent conversation with, or you could see some type of potential one. So yeah, do more for them too. Like, be considerate, like he's saying, and step out your comfort zone and do something different.
Facts. Oh shit, is this the swole boyfriend?
Oh, the bull, right?
Yeah, my side. Take him out there now.
Yep.
I wonder if that's his daughter.
I don't know, bro. It could be. But I lost my train of thought too. It was something else that you said you wanted to touch on.
Oh yeah. We got the all right. So, as all of you are aware, there was another situation on social media this weekend.
Oh, the skit. Right?
We're not. To make it clear, it was a skit. So let's start there. But it brought up a very important topic in dating that I feel like also needs to be addressed. So basically, what happened was a guy allegedly went out with his girlfriend for her birthday. She brought out her friends.
It's 18 people.
18 people in total. And she expected him to pay for the entire party of people at dinner. And he wasn't for that shit. So they had a little exchange where he was basically like, I'm not paying for all your friends. And social media was in an uproar. And a line became drawn in the sand between broke niggas and alleged niggas with money. So, I want to say this. I've been on the spectrum of both. And I'll say that this situation has nothing to do with being broke or being a nigga with money. It has everything to do with being smart. Because there's no way that, or in no time or period that I believe that you should be put into a situation where at the time of a dinner you are finding out that you are financing the entire dinner. Now, if you knew in advance this dinner was happening and all 18 people were going to be there, they got RSVPs, and he planned it, then nigga, you should have known that you was going to have to pay for that, right? Because you playing this. And if you didn't, then you would have let niggas know, like, yo,
So
make sure y'all got
I
your
was about
money.
to say that. I feel like it would be a conversation. I'm not going to assume that because you're RSVP. If we go to a restaurant, right? We're at a restaurant. I feel like the bill comes. I'm not just going to assume that this is what it is. Also, these are your friends as well. So when I go out with my friends for my birthday, 9 times out of 10, I'm not touching the bill.
Right.
Like my people will get together and be like, we're gonna split the bill, but you go stand in the corner somewhere. You ain't gotta touch it. I feel like that's more logical than just assuming that this one person is gonna take on everything. So yes, that's his girl, but no, like we going out. So I'm not sure. I think it depends on like the type of event that it is. If we're going somewhere, or like you said, I'm planning like this big event thing. I'm planning an event, so you don't have to touch anything. But if it's a restaurant, then pick up the bill. You order something.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, if I did bring you to a restaurant, I can't account for what everybody's going to order.
Right.
Don't know if you want to order drinks. Don't know if you got appetizers.
First off, let's start with when you have a party that big, you can't just book a reservation and go to a restaurant.
Right.
They require a down payment.
Facts.
That goes towards your bill. So 19 people, including himself, at a restaurant, some money was already put down.
Facts.
So y'all couldn't cover the rest. Like I had to put the stack down because it's 20 people here basically. I had to put half of what we was going to spend down. Y'all can't cover the rest of that.
Right. And like I said, how crazy did y'all go with actually ordering for everybody to be in this uproar? Because if I go out, right, and my homie's not paying for all of us, and he just was like, I'm gonna pay for me and my girl, I'm not even gonna catch your attitude. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. That's not a problem. Why y'all so upset? Like, why y'all even expect this? Who was the first girl to be like, oh, your nigga not about to pay for us? Like, why? Why was that even a question? And if you are the shorty who is there, like, why did you just assume that, one, he was paying for everybody, and two, why would you let your friends come at him that way if that's your dude? You know what I mean? Because, like, we in this situation.
I don't know. I didn't watch the full video. The only portion of it I saw was her basically in tears in his face asking why he couldn't pay for her friends. And that's another thing I wanted to get on. Like, why would you expect them to pay for your friends? Why would you want your nigga paying for your friends to eat? Now, I done been out in groups and I paid for dinners and stuff like that. And it was never because it was expected. It was always like on the whim. Like a couple years ago, I got invited to a birthday dinner on some last minute shit. Like, I wasn't even supposed to go. I asked this girl out on a date. This was our first date. We went to brunch. We had a brunch, little day party situation. We got lit. We had fun. I had a trip coming up, and she had to go to the mall to meet her friend for the birthday dinner. She was like, you should just come since you already doing shopping for your trip. I'm going to go eat with my friend. I'm like, all right, bet. We had a good time. I want to spend more time anyway, so that's perfect. So we show up to the mall. She realized she late. So she like, I need you to do me a favor. Can you sit at the table so they don't cancel my reservation? All right, cool, I got you. I sat at the table. She went to go get her friend. Her friend was in the mall somewhere because it was a surprise. So I was there probably like 45 minutes before she came back. So she came back to the table and she's like, oh, you can stay. I'll cover your dinner for stay, blah, 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 whatever. Long story short, at the end of the day, I paid for the dinner. Not because she told me to, not because she asked me to, but yeah, I mean, just because that's the type of dude I am. Like, if I'm out with y'all, I'm gonna pay. Like, it ain't really no thing for me. But yeah, I mean, in that situation with a party that large, why would you want that for him? Why would you want him to shell out that kind of money for? Like, I don't understand that thought process behind it. So the fact that there's women out here that actually believe that think that everywhere they go, a nigga got to cover that expense is a little bit disturbing to me. But yeah, so that just brought up a conversation about dating etiquette, which is make sure y'all have those conversations in advance. Don't be out here assuming that your nigga gonna pay for you and all 20 of your girlfriends to wild out and act the fool at Eddie V's, because that ain't the thing.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to pay $20K for a meal.
I'm not doing it ever doing it. I got a limit on how many friends I'll pay for. Like, if I come to a dinner and there's about 3 or 4 of y'all and y'all ain't really run up a bill, I'm cool with taking that. But if I come to a dinner and there's like 7 or 8 of y'all and y'all done been out here ordering casa shots all night and drinking fucking lemon drops with extra tequila in them and shit and all this other, I'm not doing that. Y'all not about to run up my pockets because y'all wanted to be out here wilding. Because y'all all not about to let me hit. So why would I ever?
They not.
I'm literally
They
going
not.
home with one of y'all. Y'all not gonna line it up after I'm done. So I'm not shelling out that bread.
That's crazy.
Niggas got like black people gotta be smarter with their money. That's definitely key here. That's the message behind all of this.
But you know the thing that's crazy, bro, is I was having a conversation with somebody I know about this female, of course, and she blamed niggas. Like she blamed niggas for this type of energy that girls is giving off. And it kind of makes sense because she was like, girls wouldn't do this if niggas, or if they didn't have niggas that did it already, right?
Facts.
And I get that, right? But girls run the world, bro. Like, and I feel like it had to start there. Like, a dude had to do it for you, but he had to do it because he thought you expected it. Like, and he ain't want to look corny. So
the dude had to do it because he was manipulated into it. Let's not sugarcoat it here. Women are smooth as fuck in talking, and you know they make you feel like you're obligated to do things. And a lot of times men fold to it because y'all got the coochie.
and
So I mean, I'm sure way back in the day, a woman said something and rubbed a titty on a nigga and probably grabbed some dick, and he was like, you know what, let me go ahead and pay this bill because what else he gonna do?
I could absolutely see that being
What
the
else he
case,
gonna
right?
do? So that's what I believe happened. I feel like a nigga ran into a chick that's giving up that gawk 6,000, and she was like, "Can you pay for me and my girlfriends to eat?" And he was like, "Yeah, I got you. How much?" And she was like, "20K." He was like, "That's easy." But that was probably also in the fucking 80s when drug dealers was making millions of dollars. I'm not a drug dealer.
But you know that one person do it, and then they set the standard for everybody, right?
Listen, if y'all want a drug dealer, just go get there. But just remember, when that nigga in jail taking it in the ass, who gonna be paying for you then?
But I also gotta feel like, right, you gotta know why these people doing this, right? Because the thing is I don't mind running up a bag for a shorty I'm dealing with either.
Right.
I say this often. I say this to people I'm dealing with. I'll tell you like, but the criteria for me running up the bag gotta be I gotta fuck with you.
Right.
Like I gotta fuck with you, and I gotta fuck with you heavy, like to some extent. Whereas though it's gonna make me want to do these things.
Yeah.
If I just met you yesterday, why you think I'm about to run up this bag? Like I don't even know your name for real. Like
they immediately went to bed.
like yeah, like
it'd be like a weekend of talking this. Oh, I'm just so short on my rent. Sis, what? I didn't even spend the night there yet. Why are we talking about rent?
Exactly, and I don't get it, and that's the part of it that kind of like throw me, right? Because it gotta be more there for you to get more from me. You know what I mean? And that's the part of like what he was talking about earlier with the being considerate and us falling for each other together. Because once I get there, I'm there, and you can get whatever you want. But like, if you're not doing the necessary stuff that's gonna get me there, then why would I do any of this other stuff or anything outside of the norm for you?
Right.
And I think like a lot of people don't understand or don't see that I guess what they say, you attract more flies with honey or some shit, bees with honey. Like they don't see that. Yeah, like they just think it's expected, and I think that's kind of crazy.
Definitely. I'm gonna say one thing though. I just read today that this lady sued a man because he canceled their first date.
Oh yeah.
And she sued him for what did it say? It said
like 10K or something.
She sued him for 10K, but it's emotional distress or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to let y'all know that if she win that case, y'all gonna be hearing from my lawyer. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. That she get her 10 grand, I got at least 5 to 6 names that are going to be hearing from my lawyer.
I'm about to run the bag up.
Get your bag ready, man.
Emotional distress is a thing. I had to go to therapy because you stood me up.
Bruh, my therapist got all the tapes. She got all the tapes, and it's what do they say? Patient doctor
confidentiality. Yeah.
So you can't hear them because it's between me and her, but they exist. So when my lawyer reach out with that subpoena, just know I'm finna get that bag up off you.
So if you stood up, and the what is it, the near past, I guess.
Yeah.
Then I guess you should be either saving your money, changing your Instagram information.
You better make a follow-up date real quick.
I was about to say.
You better schedule that follow-up
date. Slide out or something like that.
She when that case is over for you bitches.
You gotta get out of here because apparently he coming after y'all. And 10K.
With a bag.
10K a person.
With a bag at.
Motor City girl.
I'm coming. Coming. I want my money.
City boys about to be up 100K.
Nigga, 100K easy.
That's time.
Nah.
Oh, alright. I was about to say. Alright. So outside of Swarm people, got anything else from you?
Nah, it's been a light week. You know, so it's been a casual joint. So I don't have no outlandish things to say this week. I just got, make sure y'all stay away from Sesame, please, until racism is abolished again.
Not again.
Make sure y'all keep an eye out for Shine because he's a blurred now. So if you see him on the socials doing cosplay weekly, know that's why.
Don't judge me. Either. Don't judge me.
What else? Dating etiquette. Ladies, make sure you try on your next date. Try to be more thoughtful of the nigga that you're going on a date with. Think of something he might like and do it on the first date. Don't do it down the line. You could do it before the first date. I'll accept that too. But be more thoughtful going in and not as self-centered because y'all bitches only think about yourselves.
Don't be a standout. Yep.
Also, don't stand him up on that first date because
he will sue you.
Yeah, and lastly, we not paying for all y'all bitch ass friends, so don't invite him if you want me to pay because I ain't got it.
Yeah, understand the situation. If we go to the bar and I got a section because I'm with you, and she at the bar, then she can join our section. Like it's different, but like I'm not paying for 18 people to eat. That's crazy. Unless we go to McDonald's or something, and definitely. Even then it might not be a thing.
Definitely.
So yeah, but I think that's all the lessons for the day, right?
That's it.
All right, so as always, press them buttons.
Hit it.
Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, all of that good whatever. Make all of that stuff happen, and I mean we out. So.
Holla.